In the rusty family, two dogs on a mission. Television gold, ain't no intermission. Wild antics, blanks got the crowd all wishing. Laughter's currency, big fame, the commission. Rusty in the corner, players wild and whack. Tim in the front, comedy never lack. Studio chaos, keep them all on track. Smash hit moments, all stripping from the mat. Tim and Rusty run the show, ain't no stopping. Every episode, side splitting, jaw dropping. Laughs on tap, steady beat, steady knocking. Fame train rolling, never gonna be flopping. Tim spitting jokes like a pro magician's wand. Rusty bringing back up, both tight like a bond. Audience cracking up from dusk until dawn. Comedy duo, yeah, that's the unbreakable bond. Shenanigans break the fourth wall, candid confessions. Each episode a lesson in laughter professions. From pratfalls to epic rants, never second lessons. Tim and Rusty reign supreme, laughter be.
This match is going to be one fall. Number 3 is Chase Manning.
Referee Chase Manning called for the bell. And we've got Sky Black. He's the big man in the blacks and purple singlet. And he's taking on the co-owner and the veteran, Mr. Mean himself, Blackthorn. He is the man in the black singlet with a skeleton on it. And the fringy pants. And like I already said, Chase Manning, the man in stripes. No offense to all you guys, but my favorite referee. He's all business. Outside the ring, coming with Sky Black is none other than Classic Man. And Thorne said he's going to whoop that trick tonight. Right here. Go Sky Black. Oh, nice clothesline. Black is one of those guys that he's a big man, but he can move with such finesse. Winding that arm up. Chase looking on. Nothing going on for him to get his nose into. Flips Thorne over, drops down, scissors that leg up. Now he's going to bend a finger, it looks like. He's bending a finger, ref. Does it matter that he's bending his fingers because it's Blackthorn? Okay, I guess it doesn't. Okay, it's Thorne. Everybody can bend Thorne's fingers and nobody cares. Anyways, no referee cares. You do realize, Chase Manning, Blackthorn is the most likely wrestler here tonight to hit you. He don't mind putting a claymore on a man.
Okay, I'm back.
He's got a claymore, according to our live stream, which is no longer a radio show, but a live stream podcast on Facebook that you can listen to every week. Every now and then we miss one. The Tim and Rusty Show. Anyway, he told us, he called in and said, I'm going to put a claymore. I got one reserved for Sky Black. Look at that shot. What a shot. He was reaching for these fans to help him. Here we go. Clothesline. Thorne got his foot on the neck of Sky Black. Claymore! Claymore! Let's keep Claymore! Somebody's calling for a claymore there on Sky Black. About foot to the face is pretty good too. So I'm not sure. Does Thorne actually have a shirt on or not? I can't tell sometimes. You know, he and our Social Security guard, the man who keeps the table here at RWF, safe from fans flocking. It's Tony. They both go to Addiction Inc. And down on the square in Gallatin, where they're tattooed. And they can also get your hair did while you're there. Black slammed him and then dabbed him. I like that big up in the air and come down with that chop right to the forehead. So, Tim Miner, how was the new chicken for the concession stand?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Should I buy one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so when you come here, be sure next May will be our next show, the 17th. We're not able to be here on April the 19th. It won't go into the reasons. But anyway, be sure to come prepared to eat your supper at our concession stand. We just added a new item, grilled chicken. It's really good.
Uh-oh, Sky Black gave him those eyes.
I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Sky Black gets his eyes raked by Blackthorn.
There's our old friend Crystal right there, right straight in front of the camera, sitting down. She's yawning. She shouldn't be yawning. Irate by Thorn. Classic Man has not done anything in this match to interfere. It's not like him. I know Thorn is considered to be the villain here. Yes! That is a TI!
Blackthorn.
It's crutch time! It's crutch time in Tennessee! In comes Classic Man, grabs a crutch. Thorn, you're not going to outsmart. Hey, what are you doing?
Lights on. Ring the bell.
Thorn outsmarted him. You saw the lights?
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of the match is a disqualification.
I can't believe
Chase
Classic
Man
Man.
is disqualified. Sky Black.
Can't believe he hit Thorn with that crutch. He should have been disqualified because Sky Black smashed him in the corner. He got a blackout.
Once again, the winner of the match is Blackthorn.
Adam Maddox is not out here with Kid Scorpion. This is another Shenanigan Miners. It just shows you what he does to Kid Scorpion. He's had it out for him his whole career. I was there when he stripped him of the SWA title. It's just like something he'd do to you. I can't believe it.
Dude,
I got the feeling
I've got a missed message.
y'all
here
gonna
from
put
Adam
Adam Maddox in the trunk of a car up in here.
He's
here.
in Sumner Regional Hospital right now.
He's in the hospital. Adam Maddox is in the hospital. Come on, Scorpion's got a lot to say.
All right. It doesn't matter. The guy's not here. You been playing on square? You got him there, so.
Up in here, up in here.
And beat the hell out of both of you. By myself.
Right here, up in here, up in here. Do it! Well, folks, I am a Kenny South fan. You're going to have to explain to Austin Harris what's going on. He don't know. That's the referee, the man in strike. Big man in the black shirt is David Matthews. His partner, Kenny South. What are they doing to the referee? Austin has been assaulted. David Matthews also wearing a glove for some reason. He kissed Austin. That's a 10. Up in here, up in here. This is just like something Shenanigans Minor would do. He puts Kid Scorpion not up against a man that outweighs him by 100 or more pounds. He puts him up against two men, each one outweighed him by. There's 600 pounds over there on that side of the ring. The Scorpion comes in with his 180, but once again, you all made him lose his cool up in here, up in here. Y'all made him lose his mind up in here, up in here. I'm a Ken South fan. Whether it's a Redneck Casanova or my favorite tonight, Ken the Bruiser. And we have seen David Matthews whip a woman and whip a man. He's a former RWF Women's Champion.
Well, Kid Scorpion is going to do this on his own.
How do you do these things? It's more like POP, Pop Scorpion. What did you do? How are you letting this go on?
Well,
This is a 180-pound man against 200, against two at least 300-pound men. And you let Austin Harris be the referee. Up in here, up in here. Well, Scorpion drew first blood with an arm wringer. And another one. Ringing that arm will only go around so many times. Matthews raked the eyes of Scorpion. Randy got a tag to Ken the Bruiser. And these two men have got SWA roots, as does Adam Maddox. But what they do, they put him in the trunk of a car or something?
I don't know.
So he's in the hospital?
yeah.
What's that? P.O.P. He's too old to be a
That was some kind
kid.
of security check.
Well, Tony's been up checking everybody out that comes around here. Tony's been he's been checking everybody that comes near the table and not letting them come up here. Yep. You just let somebody get a little close to you. Anyway, standing side headlight by Kid Scorpion.
I forgot to put it on airplane mode. I forgot to put it on airplane mode.
So Kid Scorpion, so far, has done a lot of wrestling. Bring that arm, did the takeover, and then hammer that arm up on his leg. Get a little extra damage on the elbow. He's
Oh,
biting.
Scorpion's biting.
That Scorpion's back. Scorpion bit his finger nearly off.
He's just biting his fingernails.
No, that'd be David Matthews would do that. Scorpion was going for the bone. I love it. We got Kid Scorpion back. He don't mind breaking a rule every now and then.
Side headlock by Scorpion.
It's paybacks for all those chairs and double teaming. Work on the cauliflower. What else did he do? Pulled his hair?
David Matthews complaining that he's in his hair.
So Scorpion came out here, had on a black bandana, but he gave it away as soon as he saw Ken South had on a black bandana. Well, Scorpion better do some shenanigans here. You're an expert
He's
in
just
that.
playing
What should he
games
do?
with him. What's that?
He shouldn't do this with this big man.
Oh, he's got him
It's
down.
obvious who the powerhouse
Oh,
is.
steps on the fingers.
That'll hurt worse than a bite, I think. So, can you find Scorpion a tag partner? You have to put him in here with this carnage.
Well, he said he'd go ahead and do it by himself, so.
Well, that's because he don't back down from nothing.
Well, he has no tag team partner to help him right now.
We got our friend Terry Bates here. He could have jumped in there. He's a big guy. Double choke.
What's that, two-man
double hand choke.
two-man choking him?
Two-hand choke, I'm sorry. He's pulling his glove off now. I don't know why.
Oh, now he's. Okay, where are you going?
Okay.
Oh.
Well, earlier before the match started, he assaulted the referee Harris. I'd like to see him do that to Chase Manning. Stomp to the Nays. Well, Scorpion's doing good when he can wrestle, but they're not going to wrestle him. Matter of fact, I don't think they can catch him if we were just going to grapple, but they're not going to do that. And I don't blame them. That brutality's what got Kenny South where he's at. And I am so glad to have Mr. Faithful Kenny South here. He's been with us a long time. And before that, at SWA, before that, the old RWF. He's taking him in a chain.
He's got a chain.
I love it. I'm going to give that a 10.
Uh-oh.
This isn't good.
He's going to practice kicking.
I think Scorpion's hurting.
Oh.
Was that a trip to the bat cave? I'm not sure. Oh! We need a timeout. That was a 2. Okay. Or now 1.5.
Big suplex by Kenny South.
Kenny South's done.
2 count.
I'm impressed.
Now, Kid Scorpion really needs a tag partner. He should.
He needs somebody to tag. If we only had a commissioner that could have got him a tag partner, it's a good thing Rico's not here tonight because he'd have to stick his justice nose in there. Surely there's somebody.
A 2 count, nonchalantly.
Helping Scorpion up. Throws him into the turnbuckle in the corner. Tags Matthews. Former women's champion David Matthews is out. Puts his foot on Scorp's throat. The original KID. Well, maybe not the original, but anyway. He's our Middle Tennessee original. Go to
He prances across the ring.
I give that a 10. I was busy laughing. Did he hit Scorpion or not? Anyway, it don't matter. Scorpion didn't get up. I loved it. Say what you want, but David Matthews puts on a show. He gives these fans everything they don't want. And here goes the Ken Bruiser's version of the Garvin Stomp. Hey, Tim Miner, in our newsletter and also on Rusty's wrestling page, there's a picture of you.
I don't like it.
You didn't like your picture?
Yeah.
It's you. Well, I can't find it now. Maybe I censored it out. You were holding a belt.
Irish whip off the rope. Shoulder block. Another shoulder block. Both men really need to find a way to tag.
What?
Scorpion has nobody to tag up there.
I don't understand this. Why would you do that to him? Tim Miner, where are you going? You need to keep your Tim Miner nose out of this. Now it's going to be 3 against 1. What is he doing? Doesn't need to ring the bell. No, don't trust him. He tagged in. Minor tagged in. He elbowed Matthews. Elbowed him again. Elbowed him again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I think Matthews likes it. Uh-oh. Tim Minor should not have got. Well, I don't know what happened. Why is he helping Scorpion? I can't believe he's helping Scorpion. We're going to do-si-do here. Train wreck. Kids, Timber, we got a double count. 1, 2, and 3. Minor was he was the legal man. And David Matthews is the legal man. Or was he the illegal man? Not sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match is Kid Scorpion. Come on.
We need some help. You need to go up there and take some of that beating, Tim Minor.
Come on now, the match is over.
Uh-oh. We need some help out here. Do something, Harris. Come on.
Come on now, guys.
Minor, you got him into this. Get back in there and stop it. No. Come on, Austin, do something. This isn't right. Tim Minor, do something.
Come on now.
That is going to leave a mark. The Minor broke his back. Austin Harris, instead of telling me to ring the bell, you should be doing something to stop this. You're the referee. You're the authority. You need to stop this. Find some.
Come on, man.
Kenny.
The match is over.
Pin Scorpion down. David Matthews, you get it stopped and quit telling me to ring the bell. You need to do something other than me ring the bell, Austin. Get him out of there.
Okay, if you don't stop it right now, I'm going to fire both of you.
We need some suspensions here. We need
Tell
some
you
fines.
what.
Start with Austin Harris.
Don't put another hand on me or you will be fired.
And welcome to the Tim and Rusty Show. It is April the 10th, 2025. We just watched two big RWF matches that happened on March the 15th. One was Blackthorn against Sky Black. Long ringside was Classic Man. And then the second match was none other than the KID, the original KID, Kid Scorpion. He was wrestling Kenny South and David Matthews. That is Tim Minor right there, turning around in circles. It's sort of like how you got in the ring.
Yeah, I almost fell coming across there too.
Anyway, that was a great night. I just loved it. Do have some questions.
I have a lot of questions too. I may have answers.
Okay, for one, why did you not spin and fire somebody? Find somebody. Spin is what Commissioner Jordan
Well,
said.
I told him, I said, don't put another hand on him or I will fire you. They didn't use their hand, they used another chair.
Yeah.
But and then they'd stop hitting him. We did set up a match for May for a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Oh my! Well,
between David Matthews and Kenny South, and they will take on Kid Scorpion and Adam Maddox. if Adam Maddox is recovered from where they attacked him.
Well, we'll find him a worthy opponent.
If
His
I have
name
to,
is sitting right here.
I could send Luke in there.
You
in
can
tables,
sit
ladders,
you
and
in
chairs.
there.
I can't climb a ladder. I can sit in a chair.
You can't. You can't.
That's the only thing on the
When
chairs
you
I'm
climb a
gonna
ladder,
do
you
is-
can't walk across the ring.
Exactly.
Now, I couldn't have done that, so I'll back off from that. But it's like people need to remember too, it's not a trampoline by any means. It's 2x6s across the metal girders down there, metal joists, but it does give a little bit. There is a little bit of it'll move about an inch, so it can throw you off. So I understand that you're not in the ring all the time anymore, anyway. So it just like you got to get your sea legs back, your ring legs back. I understand that, so I'll give you that. But still, it was fun. I do have another question. Are you ready?
Are your wings finished?
What? What has that got to do with anything?
They
Are
smell
your
good.
wings finished? I don't know. I guess they're finished.
Luke was cooking some wings that do smell good, don't they?
Do any of you care
Can y'all
that
smell those
Luke
wings?
is wingless?
Can you smell those wings?
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Well,
Anyway,
but I can smell what Luke is cooking.
why, you want a wing?
Nah, I'm gonna fix me some. I'm
I'm the one who
Hey,
gets distracted. I'm the
Hey,
one
we
with
talk.
ADD.
We can talk about wrestling. We can talk sports, and this is the other thing
We can
that we
talk
talk
about wings.
I actually got the ingredients to make some Long John Silver's chicken. To make the batter to deep fry some chicken and make it like Long John
Well,
Silver's.
welcome to the Tim and Rusty's cooking show. We're glad you came tonight. It is finger licking good.
And Luke says he can cook some good fried eggs. Too.
Would you drive all the way? Where does that Kentucky Fried Mouse we go to?
Kentucky Fried Mouse?
Oh, I'm sorry, chicken that we go to. That was just a joke, Kentucky Fried, that we drive all the way up to Kentucky for.
No, we don't drive. We go to.
We used to go to Terry England's to.
We went to Long John Silver's.
Oh, is that where?
Yeah, Long John Silver's is because there were no more Long John Silver's in Tennessee except for
Oh,
Columbia, Tennessee.
there you go. We would drive all. Where was that? Horse.
It was going towards Horse Cave, Kentucky. So it was
Horse
I think it was
Cave.
Hopkinsville, Kentucky, somewhere
Yeah,
in that
we
area.
drive all. We'll say all the way to Hopkinsville, Horse Cave, Kentucky, just so Tim Miner could get could get Long John Silver's chicken. Long John Silver's
It's the
chicken.
batter on the chicken. It's the
There's
best
a
chicken.
100 places that fix
They don't
chicken.
not like that. The chicken batter on the
There's
strips.
only a handful that fix fish and good fish, and we go there. To
I don't
get,
eat fish.
I know you go there and eat.
Me and Luke
Chicken.
actually, you know, me and Luke took a trip one day to Columbia, Tennessee, to go eat Long John Silver's.
And you got chicken.
Yeah, and I got some to go that day, so I can have some for later to warm up.
Got chicken. So
I'm
let's
not
just
fat.
be within let's say a 5 mile radius, maybe 10. Let's say 5. We have got Kentucky Fried Chicken. We have got Zaxby's. We've got Walmart, Kroger's, and Publix. All have good. And according to you, Publix has the best filet. I'll just leave it at that. I won't tell anything else about Publix chicken. And then, I mean, that's just right here within a mile of you.
Yeah, but they don't
2 miles.
have the batter that they use for Long John Silver's.
And then we got Popeyes.
Still.
It's right. I mean, we can be in Popeyes in 2 minutes right now. Let's go get some
I don't want
Popeyes.
the Popeyes. Their stuff's too spicy.
You can get it unspicy. Anyway, I'm leaving out some places. But, well, there's right over here, there is what's the other place? Not Long John Silver's, but the other fish place. Captain D's. There's a Captain D's, and they have
They
good
tried
chicken.
to do the chicken like
Because
they missed
my
it.
wife
They
Betty
stopped.
usually gets the chicken when we go there, which I question that. Why are we here? If you want chicken, let's go to. Anyway, then you go on down toward Hendersonville. I'm still leaving out some Hendersonville. Once again, there is a Captain D's there, but even more so, there is a Cane's chicken and a slim chicken You can't get any
A
better
Slim's
than
chicken
Slim's
chicken?
chicken and Cane's chicken. It's
Are
oh
y'all
my.
Are y'all getting hungry watching this tonight? I am.
I mean, why would you go to Columbia, Tennessee, 2 hours away, hour and a half, at least an hour and a half, or up to Horse Cave of all places? However, I do want to stay in one of those big teepee.
You know you like eating at Long John Silver's.
Oh,
when
I
we go.
do, but I eat fish. I eat fish. It's what you're supposed to get when you go there. And coleslaw.
They use the same batter for the fish as they do the
I
chicken.
love that. They got such good coleslaw. Anyway, but we get, and then now we're worried about Luke's wings. That once again, show of hands, how many out there care anything about anything we're talking about now? Anyway, I'm hungry. You got any of those wings ready?
Anyway,
He put the
How did
chair
y'all
right in
like-
front of the monitor.
how,
You need to see the monitor.
you don't see them. You
What
just
a
see
tech-
this right here.
What a technical guy.
Right here's a
Well,
monitor.
I need to see that monitor to
I
make
can't
sure I'm
even
not
see
picking
the
my
cameras
nose.
in my way over there. I can't see through the camera.
Well, that's all right.
Don't move the camera though.
You don't
if you
need
move
to
the camera, then
see.
you won't see us.
I'm the one that needs to see because I need to see. You already know what everything is going on. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah, the other question that I had about that last match we saw, which Scorpion did a wonderful job. You did a good job. I won't say wonderful because you did a good job. I won't say wonderful because you left him in there to take a major beat down by 300 pounders. And one of them is Ken the Bruiser is just noted for hurting people.
Who?
Ken the Bruiser, Kitty South.
Oh,
That's what I call him. When he's mean, he's Ken the Bruiser. You can call him anything you want to. So far, he has not got on to me for that. He sort of likes it. We'll find out after tonight. And you left anyway. But why did you not fine, suspend, rip his referee shirt right off Austin Harris on the spot? Did you?
I'm going to if he don't start getting
He-
in front of my camera.
He stand.
Austin Harris.
stood in
I
a
know
way.
you're watching, because I said it says also on Harris is watching. You got to make sure that you don't stand in front of my camera. So if you're outside the ring, don't be on the camera side of the ring. Be on the other side of the ring, unless somebody's down there fighting and you're trying to stop them.
And then you stand to the
But if you're
side.
just outside the ring, you need to be left, right, or far side, not on the hard side camera.
We've never.
And Rusty, you got to get your camera out of my way.
That's true. I was in the way too, Austin. So this is on me. But then when
You got
you're
to
in,
learn to, and when you're refereeing in a match, you got to know where the hard camera's at.
Yeah,
so you
play
got to
the
make
camera.
sure you play the camera. Don't turn your backside. We don't want to see your backside on camera all the time.
well, it's hard to see his little narrow backside with those two big old backsides. And we weren't looking at any backsides. Just get that out of your mind. Anyway, but where was it? Oh yeah, you're a good referee. You won't hear me say that ever again. But you got to do these things Tim Miner said, and you got to quit telling me to ring the bell when you should be doing something. Like you should be getting some help from the back. You should be getting the other referees out here. You should be getting other wrestlers out here. You should go over and say, Tim Miner, do something.
Don't tell me to do something. I already did something. I already helped him in his
Matter
match.
of fact, you should get in there and he's eating at your new table. People, you just don't know all that goes on in the back here. Tim has got so many rules.
I have no
There's only a
rules.
very handful of people that could ever work with him because he's got these rules, and one of them is don't
You're
eat at
always
his new
making up rules.
table. Anyway, save just he's cleaned it just yesterday.
I did clean it today when I came home
Now
from
he's
work.
got chicken juice
Oh, no, I
on your
didn't work
white
I
chair.
didn't work today.
Anyway,
I was on vacation today.
well, I'm glad for that. Anyway, but back to that match.
I've got to go back to work Saturday.
Scorpion did a really good thing. Did a really good job. But so did the other guys too. I was really happy with that match. But I want to go back. We've talked about it before. Can we go back to talk about Blackthorn and Sky Black?
Yeah, that's
And
why
he
I
does
played
put
it,
an E
so-
on the end of his name. Anyway, with Classic Man, I've said before, and Thorne sort of got on to me. I really like Sky Black. You remember Thorne? I am your only fan most of the time, but I really like Sky Black. He's a big man, sort of like Austin Harris. He's really big, but yet he can move so light-footed. So
Keep talking.
but what I liked was the end of that. Of course, both of you had some big, good wrestling, just good catch if catch can and grappling. and I just love that. But excuse me, my nose itches. But anyway,
I forgot to put the
there's
ticker
10.
rolling
Oh, don't
across-
trip.
I forgot to put. I'm not in the ring right now. I ain't gonna trip.
But there at the end, you saw the ring master. You saw the veteran, the pro. He's going against two guys. However, Classic Man didn't interfere hardly at all. But he, there at the end he did. So Thorne pulls. Who was the referee? Let me get the right name. Chase Manning. Okay. I had to go through my list of his names. Anyway, Chase, I love you. I really do. I'm pulling for you. Anyway, and not like Thorne. Thorne pulled him over in front of big old Sky Black, and he just takes that black Sky Black splash, and he probably blacked out from it. And, well, he did. And so then he goes under the ring and gets a crutch. He comes back up on the ring. He's going to hit Sky Black with it. But Classic Man, he jumps up onto the ring apron, and he takes the crutch. About this time, what's his name? Chase Manning. I've got to make sure I get it right. Anyway, Chase Manning, he gets the cobwebs out. He gets up, and he DQs Sky Black because he splashed him in the corner. No, he doesn't. You should have DQ'd him. He put not his hands on you. He put his whole body on you. That big Sky Black
wait.
body right up in the
You're
corner.
saying that Sky Black should have been
Disqualified.
No. Thorne should have been disqualified for
Thorne-
pulling him in between.
Thorne did not
Thorne's
hit
the one
him.
that pulled him in between.
Who hit
Thorne
him?
put his hands on the
Who-
referee and pulled him in between to take the
Sky
hit.
Black put his head, shoulders, knees, and toes and stomach on him.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Head, stomach. Might have,
His knees and toes were all the way at the
He might
bottom.
put
There's no
might
way he
put his
got.
dreads on him. Anyway, you should have disqualified him, in my opinion. And since I am the only ringside ref left of the three refs, because somebody else moved on to take over wrestling, and you did, and I meant that as a compliment. I stayed where I was at. You got to know your role. Got to stay in your lane. Anyway, but forget all that. He gets the cobwebs out, and about the time he's ready to get up, Thorne fakes getting hit in the head with a crutch by Classic Man, and he falls down and thought he makes a good backdrop. Oh, Thorne is so good. Anyway, makes that big backdrop, and then Chase Manning DQs Sky Black, which is all right because you should already DQ'd him. That's a double DQ. So we're there. I give that match a 10. I give Blackthorn for that last move. I give him the match, not just
Well, he got
because
the match because he won by disqualification.
not just the win. He had the match because of that ring savvy that he has. He doesn't like me to refer to him as other wrestlers because he is himself. He is Blackthorn, and I acknowledge that. He's the thing that things that are in a dark alley, that he goes in and drags them out. Or if you got the boogeyman in your closet or hippopotamus under your bed, he'll go in after them. And boogeyman don't bother Thorn. Anyway, the boogeyman's afraid of
Like
Thorn.
Classic Man said, he just said Thorne is a cheater. That's okay. Two can play that game.
And I'm a Classic Man fan. Classic Man, you're not a cheater. You got up on the ring apron. You
think
got
he-
involved in the match.
I bet he could cheat with the best of them.
Whether he was stopping Thorne or not, I know he can. Whether he was stopping Thorne from using the crutch or not, he's not supposed to be involved in that match. He's supposed to, if he's going to be a manager or whatever capacity he was playing, he's supposed to stay down on the floor.
You know that you don't do that.
They're supposed to.
You always
And
try to
Austin
get all
Harris
the-
is supposed
all
to
the-
count people out.
You try to get all the managers on the other side of the ring to get involved.
Well, I like to see Julie Steele slap a man every now and then, Oh, normally I just wished he'd have hit Thorne with a crutch. Hindsight, okay, here you go. Hindsight, Classic Man, which you are pretty ring savvy yourself. Next time, just waylay Thorne with that crutch. Don't back out. But I would compare Thorne to somewhere between the Undertaker and I just lost it. I talked too much. Goldberg. He reminds me a little bit of both with his style, his everything. But once again, you are your own man, your own wrestler. But to me, those are great compliments. That's like between the two of them, they have less losses than anybody. Either one of them do. So there you go. I got a question. I'm looking over here at Classic Man. I know you. Will you be in wrestling with us May the 15th? Can you answer that? Is it May the 15th?
17th.
17th. I'm sorry, May the 17th. I'm curious if you'll be able to be with us and be there. Just let me know that, please, because we're looking forward to it.
We are back in action in May. We're not having a show in April. We've already discussed this several times. Easter weekend, WrestleMania weekend, 420 weekend, Blackthorn out of town weekend.
Does that have anything to do with 420?
Probably.
Or Easter?
I don't know.
Whatever Thorne wants to do, it's all right with me.
I've watched a couple of good promos from PWA from
They have
Sean
some good
Hoodrich. He wants to get paid in weed. I think we can handle that.
we're
I
in
don't know
a
what kind of weeds we're going to give him, but we'll give him some kind of weed.
we're in a federal building, so if it is real weed, which we don't do, by the way, matter of fact, we'll escort you out. It's not allowed on the premises, and we have a policeman at our show.
We have escorted somebody out that smelled so bad, like we
we
a
have.
while back. Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that. You
Yeah.
hide things from me.
it was no, it was that's the one. Not when I was in charge.
Oh, it's like
That was like before.
Was that Roy?
That was.
I'm just kidding, Roy. I thank you for letting me be part of the old RWF. Thank you. Anyway, now we wouldn't have this RWF if it wasn't for the old RWF. So thank you. Now, where were we? Oh, we were talking about paying him a week. Yeah, it's very humorous. It's very entertaining. It's very racist. It's
I know he's talking about
completely
Asians. He talks about
racist.
Asians, like
Yeah, Kevin Martin was there.
we have. I'm gonna have to get. I want to get permission from PWA to use those, and we'll play those if they'll let me use them on our show.
Okay. I play them on my Facebook page periodically, different ones. Now that once again, this one we're talking about, it's probably not.
They're talking
for
about
your,
being late, and he's talking about he's on the right time.
who me?
No,
I'm never on the right time.
Sean Hoodrich.
Oh yeah, he's funny. Oh yeah, late. Okay, can I just say it?
Colored people time.
Do my black friends out there understand? I don't have problems.
We're
with
repeating
you.
the black guy.
Yeah, he talked about I'm late all the time because he's on colored people. And that's my time. I'm always late. My mama tried to beat it out of me. Tim Miner tells me to be there 30 minutes early tonight. He told me to be here at 8 o'clock. And we weren't going to start till 8:15. And you thought that this morning, didn't you? But he knows me. And I'm still late, But I was early for the 8:15. Anyway, he was hilarious. I just love to work with Sean Hoodrich. He is just no matter which side of the ring he's on, he's going to perform. He brings that snake that everybody seems to love it, even if they're afraid of it or don't want to touch it, don't want to have their picks made with it. They still want to see it. He brings, usually at the PWA show, he brings it after. Our show usually brings it at intermission. And anyway, he wraps it around whoever wants. They can have a picture or they can just hold the snake. I mean, what do you think about it? Let's say 8-year-old kid or 5-year-old kid or whoever, that's a picture you go show your friends at school. You take this and show your Sunday school teacher. Look what I did Friday night. Anyway, it's just good. And he's during those times, his family's there. I won't say anything else because it's personal, but they're there with him with the snake, and you'll love interacting with them, talking with it. It's just great. So, but those are great promos. So, who do you ask, Matt?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to figure. But I'm guessing PWA has a show tomorrow night.
They do. I'm not. up to date this week on who's wrestling who. I do know that Larry Cooter, he defended his belt last week against Chris Hensley, who's wrestled in RWF, and he's going to wrestle again. That's signed for May, isn't it, for RWF?
Yeah.
And wow, what a match! We talked about that last week. A fan, before the match ever started, a fan just got a good sized fan, athletic looking fan for you, like an Andy sized fan, who put a peg right there. We got to come back to fantasy basketball. Anyway, he ended up getting escorted out, and I was rewatching that. I believe it was this morning, and I didn't realize at the time because I was focusing on Bubba Ronald, being he was security. He used to wrestle with us and referee for us and stuff, and train too. He could do a beautiful moonsault. Ronald could, Bubba. Anyway, he's there right in front of him, but then as he got escorted out, Desperado got into that. I didn't realize how serious it was. And Desperado just told him to get out. And when that happened, that's when he got out. It was interesting. And, like to be said, I don't really, the guy enjoyed himself. We enjoyed it probably more than he did. He didn't enjoy getting thrown out, but it was great. Chris Hensley just loved that. So they're going to continue on with their PWA with their tag team tournament. Look for a tag team champion. Matt Starr, Landon Bradley moved on in that, and they wrestled William Alexander, and his partner Rage for some reason could not be there. William Alexander said that Rage it's not the old Iron Mike Rage. It's a bigger guy. Anyway, he said that they somehow future over feelings. Yeah, future over feelings, that they had hurt him and he was in the hospital. That seemed to be going around. Anyway, so make a long story short, so a guy named Cody Anderson wrestled and filled in, and it's like, Cody, he's a wrestler. He's a competent wrestler, but how do you go from 6'6", 300 pounds, or maybe 280, but it's more of a fit. So anyway, you go to that to 5'7" or less, and anyway, it was quite a bit of difference. But it didn't matter. His match was a good match, and they came out. So they're going to be wrestling. I believe it's the Shot Callers, Juicy Jimmy and Jacob Ratliff. And I'm pretty sure that's who it is. And you want to see Jacob Ratliff with Juicy Jimmy. He's just very, very non-traditional, when I say things like that, you think of Carry Off, or you think of Chris Hensley, or you think of Bruiser Bob, who you never know what they're going to do. Well, it's Jacob Ratliff. It's his style. Instead of the collar and elbow tie up or the Greco-Roman knuckle lock or whatever they usually do, or they grab an arm and do this chain, he gets down on the floor, sort of like amateur wrestling. I believe that's what he's doing. And, reaches, tries to grab hold of something, tries to get them to come down to grab him. And then when they do, I really enjoyed that aspect. Looking forward to seeing him again. Of course, it's always good to see Juicy.
No, I'm just listening to you. I don't know. I might go tomorrow. It's my last day of vacation.
My friend Brian Burkhan, he's taught me how to say his name, like Wrath of Khan, Burkhan. He's planning on being there. Our friend, he's a PWA photographer. RWF photographer. He probably won't be doing that there. He's just going to enjoy the show. And his son's is a amateur champion in high school, I believe.
Oh,
It was a college.
He was a wrestler in college.
In college, yeah. Sean Hoodrich's girls are in the school system, high school system, junior high. Anyway, and I was going to say, we had this March Madness. You want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah, we had our March Madness picks a few weeks ago, and Andy Big Andy won. Andy's about 6'6", but
He
it
played
came
some
down to
basketball.
Florida win the national championship.
I like.
Duke at first the whole time until the national championship was over.
I feel
That's what I
about.
did last year.
I feel about Florida about like I do Auburn or Alabama. Let me say Alabama or Auburn because I like them a little bit, like Auburn a little bit more because of Bruce Pearl. But at the same time, I'm glad an SEC team won. Tim Miner hates SEC, but
I didn't say I hated SEC.
well, you didn't want SEC to win.
I wanted Tennessee to win.
Well,
Tennessee's
besides
SEC.
Tennessee,
There's other. I'd want Auburn to possibly win if they'd have been there.
and he was hating on Duke
I don't
the
like
whole
Florida.
tournament.
Duke's ACC.
I know, and you hated on
I
him the
hate
whole
Duke all the
tournament.
time. That's an all the time thing. And I picked them to win the national championship because I thought they had the best team in the nation.
Well, I like Duke because many, many years ago, probably about, oh my goodness, it's probably 50 years ago. No, not that far, 40 years ago. My brother-in-law went to Duke for some cancer treatment and spent a week there and because they were cutting edge cancer treatment. So I always had a soft spot. It had nothing to do with sports. And Ira, my brother-in-law, he was a college basketball player too. It was so interesting. And here he was at 42 years old. He could still get out on like you would do. He'd get out. You'd have loved to play with him. He'd get out on the court with these young guys and, and just run all over them, shoot all over them. It was good. Anyway, God rest his soul. He ended up succumbing to the cancer about 5 years later, but he did get recession for quite a while. So God gave us a few more years with him. But anyway, I'd like to say congratulations, Andy. It was interesting after, initially on Thursday, I believe it was a first game, or Wednesday or Thursday, when the tournament started, Louisville lost. And that sort of threw a kink in all of our, jerked a knot in our tails. We could not. Why would it just sort of messed. Had they won everything, of course, Andy would have picked Louisville too, I believe, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, as of that Saturday, I believe it was, Saturday or Sunday, I think I moved into first place. And I don't claim any kind of anything about basketball, particularly college basketball. I like watching it. My wife loves to watch the SEC basketball, and she loves to watch certain teams with pros and stuff like that. And so I watch it and enjoy it, but I don't study it like I do the football. But anyway, there we go. I managed to get ahead. It's because of all of Tim Miner's tutoring and bringing me along throughout the years in this sport. And so I was number one. And then at the final game, I go from first place for most of the tournament to sixth place. Number 6. How do you go from first place to sixth place? By letting Florida, or not letting Florida, by Florida winning.
Those people that finished before you picked them to win the national championship.
And this really stupid thing is I had, in my original bracket, I picked Duke, and I thought, no, I need to go over here to Florida. So but I was going by my gut and by my feelings. I was pulling for SEC rather than the Duke. I wanted Tennessee, but that's who I really wanted. But then I just couldn't do that, and it's obvious why I couldn't do that. But anyway, so after they played in the Elite Eight, anyway, we get there. But I moved them back to Duke. I just did too much research, and I was afraid to go by my gut because usually in fantasy football pick'ems, my gut gets me losses. And when I do what I study out and look out and usually whatever Tim is picking, I pick the opposite. So
Anyways,
anyway, congratulations, Andy. And you came in
right behind you.
7th. And Andrew, our youth pastor, came in
Behind me, 8th.
Andy came in 1st, and Drew came in 2nd. That's a father-son team or son-father team.
But anyways, we do have a show coming
That was
up
fun.
May 17th. and we already got a few matches already signed. German Rodriguez, Xavier Michaels.
We just had a conversation this week about me calling wrong names on people on air. And this is the trouble. If you have 4 names, it's hard to go through your memory banks, and the older you get, add about 15 years to your memory, Tim Miner, and see what you
Xavier
get.
Michaels will take on Landon Bradley. We also have Austin Cruz going to take on Jason Xavier, United States title. Sean Hoodrich put his title on the line against Matt Starr. Dewey Barnes will be back in the house. Hopefully,
Yes, I
he's
love
been out
Dewey.
for the last 2 shows, but he's expected to be there this coming show.
Oh, Johnny Bandana was talking to me about wrestling Dewey. They worked together in, was it not Impact? What was it before?
TNA.
TNA. And right as Dewey was going out, Johnny Bandana was coming in or whatever, and then they did that again. Johnny was going out and Dewey was coming in. I thought that was interesting. Sorry.
But I plan on having Nate Starr against Dewey Barnes that night.
That is, they've wrestled once, and that is a headliner anywhere. That's a main event anywhere.
And several matches expected, so we will.
Well, we got Kid
Yeah,
Scorpion and Adam Maddox going against. Did you say that one? Against
Oh yeah, table ladders.
Rough and Tough. I mean Rough and Fluff. Tough and Fluff. That's what they are.
David Matthews and
Well, if you're going to put David
Kenny
first,
South?
it's Fluff and Tough.
will take on Kid Scorpion and Adam Maddox. I will be the special guest referee in that match.
Can we trust you?
Of course.
Are you going to let an
person.
endless beatdown happen on Scorpion again, even though you let him win?
But it's getting close for us to go because I'm about ready to lose. I've already done a 2-hour live stream earlier today.
We've
with
got to go over
softball.
there and eat some of those wings too.
But we're talking about wings again. We got off of that earlier.
I guess we could. Somebody got me distracted, you know. I guess
there's
we
a
could
new-
eat all the bones. That's all
There's
that's
a
left.
new Euro place over here, Publix.
A Euro?
King.
What is that?
Like the gyros.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it like a southerner. It's gyros. I want one of them
Gyros. Well, we like to go to the one on Belvedere. It's
I like
really
it
good.
better. I do like it better.
The Belvedere, or you?
Yeah, because I tried this one today. It's just opened. They do have wings over here. They have burgers over here too. They
Okay.
have Philly,
The
Philly
new
cheesesteaks.
Publix close to your house?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I
okay.
told where you live.
They have Philly cheesesteaks. They have a lot of different stuff. Wings are pretty good sized wings. They use too much sauce. I think I did honey barbecue, and it takes them longer to do stuff like that. The side, if you get something like that, because they cook it fresh, which is good.
Wonder if they'd like to sponsor the Tim and Rusty show in RWF.
I got my regular chicken platter like I do over at the one in Belvedere. I like the rice over in Belvedere better. So.
Well, I'm going to find out that place and give them a free commercial since we talked about it, because it is real. If you're wanting that traditional gyro food, is it Egyptian, Greek, I guess?
Yeah.
That Greek food, you want to go there sometime. And I'm not opposed to going this Cuban, as you just said, either.
But it's
But-
close to my house, so that's the one convenience.
We should probably remember our sponsors, Addiction Inc., down at the Gallatin
The
Square,
Addiction Inc. on the square.
and
TMTV
TMTV.
TV services.
And if you would like to be a sponsor, you don't have to give $1,000. You can give any amount to sponsor a show, and you can be
We can find,
recognized on our.
It'd be nice to find $200 or $300 sponsors a month. Just $100 a month for.
And we can do a lot for that. You can be in the newsletter. You can be on this show. You can be in our Facebook pages. And Tim gets over 1,000 hits on nearly everything he posts in RWF on his Facebook page. If you want, we could probably let Kenny South and David Flowers beat you down.
David Flowers, David Matthews.
Oh, I was just thinking of Flowers. Who's David Flowers?
I have no idea.
Mike Flowers is Demon Seed.
But now, and we could always shoot you a commercial and air it on our live stream.
Love to.
But anyways, it is time for us to go, and I'm gonna move over to do the closing for us, Rusty. And I'll let you tell everyone good night.
Well, this is Rush to the Ref for Tim Miner saying good night. Thank you for joining. That was him tripping across in a way. Anyway, thank you for tuning in and watching and sharing with us. And be sure to be at PWA tomorrow night at Gladeville Community Center in Lebanon, Tennessee. And also, we will be in Gallatin, in May the 10th, tell me to go on May 17th. Thank you very much. Good night.